Assalamualaikum, Sasriyakal everyone. I hope you all doing great, stay healthy and happy. Jadi di video kali ini sesuai requestan kalian, aku dan suamiku kita mau bikin video how we met, when, where, and the long distance relationship process yang mungkin beberapa dari kalian itu udah tahu kita LDRan sekitar 5 tahun, nggak pernah ketemu, terus akhirnya ketemu untuk menikah. Dan journey-nya tuh kayak gimana sih gitu loh, karena memang beberapa dari kalian itu ada yang sampai nge-DM, ada yang di kolom komentar juga. Jadi karena udah lumayan banyak yang nanyain dan aku ngerasa kayaknya memang beberapa dari kalian itu butuh untuk kinda idea untuk ngeliat gimana sih caranya supaya LDRan itu bisa berjalan lancar, terus juga gimana caranya melihat karakter laki-laki yang serius. Karena kan apalagi kalau misalkan LDRan ya, nggak pernah ketemu, beda kota aja tuh kadang kita ada khawatirnya. Nah terus kalau beda negara itu gimana gitu loh, yang nggak all the time can see each other, nggak setiap malam minggu bisa dating gitu kan. Jadi gimana caranya supaya the relationship still warm, still lovely, how to maintain the relationship. Jadi semoga video ini bisa membantu kalian guys.
And especially how to be sabar.
Aku nggak ada sabarnya guys.
Over anything else guys, what you need sabar, patience. Okay, especially if you are in a long distance relationship. And only the thing that will help you to work with your relation and end up with a good happy ending like us.
Ya, tapi aku nggak sesabar yang kalian kira guys. Aku banyak dramanya, aku banyak overthinkingnya. Cuman memang sabar itu kunci kesuksesan guys.
Iya, kunci-kunci.
Untungnya suamiku sabar guys. Ya walaupun in this moment I feel like, is it gonna be only a dream, or you gonna just like ghosting on me?
She always think that you're not gonna disappear, right? You're not gonna suddenly go, right? You're not gonna block me, right?
Soalnya guys, aku sedikit spill ya. Awal kita jalin hubungan itu, kita nggak ada intention untuk make a relationship, which is like a friendship atau bahkan mungkin only like a learning ship. Dalam artian kita cuma partner belajar bahasa Inggris.
We will explain about it next in the video, slowly. So basically today, on our viewers' request, we are making this video to tell them our love story, how we came this far, and what kind of obstacle we face in between the journey. Okay, so let's start the video.
First thing first, we will explain. Kita akan cerita sedikit, entah sedikit atau nanti jadi panjang ya guys. Pokoknya enjoy aja tentang when we met, where, and how we maintain our relationship. So about the timing, when we met sayang.
So we met basically November 2019. Last of November, and we just met accidentally, right?
Di sini accident yang dimaksud itu tetap online ya guys. Dalam artian tuh, tapi note dulu, we're not meet each other based on dating app. Kita nggak ada download dating app, kita nggak ada intention untuk download dating app on that moment, either me or my husband. But on that moment, maybe from my side first the story. Jadi pada waktu itu tuh aku lagi mau kelar skripsian atau on half of my college time. Almost done. Jadi di pertengahan skripsian gitu, terus ngerasa kayak gabut gitu loh guys, karena mata kuliah udah tinggal sedikit, jadi jarang ke kampus. Terus teman-teman yang lain itu juga pada sibuk dengan skripsinya masing-masing. Nah terus aku dapat ide dari sahabat aku, dari Pipit. Dari sahabat aku, sekarang jadi sahabat kami. Nah jadi si sahabat aku ini nyaranin aku untuk download aplikasi belajar karena dia tahu aku pengen lanjut S2. aku pengen cari scholarship ke luar negeri gitu. Nah cuma pada waktu itu aku belum tes TOEFL, belum juga prepare untuk tes IELTS gitu. Cuman ya basic bahasa Inggris udah oke lah. I can say like that. At least ngomong little I can lah guys. Cuman ya itu tadi kan tetap butuh practice ya. Apalagi kalau IELTS itu butuh teman untuk ngobrol gitu kan. Nah terus akhirnya aku download lah aplikasi itu. Setelah beberapa hari si sahabatku ini nyaranin aku gitu kan. Baru tergeraknya tuh di hari itu, di akhir November 2019, di pertengahan malam. Karena jam di Indo sama di India kan beda guys. Kita lebih dulu 1,5 jam. Jadi kalau nggak salah pada waktu itu sekitar jam 11.30an, almost 12 in the middle of the night, aku download aplikasi itu. Berarti di suami aku sekitar jam 10an, around 10. Around 10 or 11 gitu kan. Nah terus setelah download itu aku tuh bener-bener buta. I'm totally blind. I don't know how to use the application. Terus I don't know like untuk cari partnernya gitu kan. Nah terus habis itu aku cuma iseng-iseng aja, aku cek-cek gitu kan. Aku cuma ngecek-ngecek aja gitu loh, ada fitur apa aja. Sampai akhirnya karena aku itu udah tengah malam dan aku udah agak-agak ngantuk, cuman aku tuh masih penasaran sama aplikasinya. Terus ada satu fitur yang simbolnya tuh call gitu loh guys. Jadi ya mungkin aku mikirnya oh this must be random call. Dan karena modelannya itu bukan video call, only voice call, jadi aku ngerasa kayak oke lah, safe lah, not gonna meet with random crazy person gitu kan. Terus ya udah, dan ternyata di aplikasi itu tuh nggak ada fitur untuk milih partner ngobrol. Itu bener-bener si aplikasinya itu akan nge-scramble. Jadi kita akan ngobrol dengan random person. Nggak peduli orang Asia, nggak peduli orang Eropa, Amerika, Afrika, random. Kita nggak bisa resist, kita nggak bisa milih. Nah pada waktu itu my first call itu langsung ke suamiku guys. Jadi begitu nyambung ke suamiku, entah kenapa pada waktu itu suamiku tuh langsung kayak halo gitu loh.
Halo.
Aku honestly babe, on that moment I feel like I told you now, I feel like speechless for a moment, for some seconds guys. Aku tuh ngerasa kayak speechless tiba-tiba karena suaranya beliau itu soft, calming gitu loh. Entah karena memang udah malam jadi he lower the volume, atau memang suaranya kayak gitu. Pada waktu itu aku mikirnya kayak gitu guys. Tapi setelah ngobrol beberapa detik, beberapa menit, dan obrolannya tuh sama sekali nggak ada yang tentang privacy. Jadi beliau bahkan nggak nanya nama aku. Jadi bahkan beliau nggak nanya nama aku. Beliau cuma nanya where you from. Jadi I mention ya aku dari Indo gitu kan. Terus dia nanya what do you do for living gitu kan. Aku bilang aku belajar gitu. Terus kayak aku cuman membalikan pertanyaan yang beliau tanyakan. Jadi setiap pertanyaan yang beliau berikan ke aku dari mana, aku kesibukannya ngapain aja, aku belajar apa, karena kan aku college student gitu ya. Itu aku balikin lagi ke dia, what about you gitu doang. Sampai pada akhirnya aku bilang ke dia, I'm feeling sleepy, I wanna sleep. Ya, so karena aku cuman balik-balikin aja, dan pada waktu itu aku udah sleepy, aku udah ngerasa ngantuk, jadi aku bilang ke dia, I already feel sleepy gitu kan. So it's nice to talk with you. So on that moment I just think that it's only like a short call, random. Kita nggak akan connect again gitu loh. But suamiku on that moment tiba-tiba nanya, kamu punya Instagram nggak gitu kan. Terus aku bilang ada. Terus dia juga nanya, punya WhatsApp nggak gitu kan. Terus aku kayak, ih kok nanya WhatsApp gitu kan. Jadi aku kayak nggak mau ngasih gitu, privacy bro. Terus habis itu dia bilang lah oke deh Instagram deh gitu kan. Terus aku nanya buat apa, mau ngapain gitu kan. And then he explain butuh partner for study karena he also prepare for IELTS. Terus aku bilang ya udahlah nggak apa-apa lah ya, itu nambah followers. Jadi aku kasih Instagram aku, dia nge-follow Instagram aku dan we move to Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we talk in Instagram, but somehow karena aku bukan anak sosmed banget guys, aku gak ngecek DM all the time pada waktu itu. Jadi dia tuh kayak ngerasa why slow response, terus juga apa ya, mungkin dia juga ngerasa kayak I need partner for study gitu loh, tapi aku punya slow respon gitu kan. Terus dia nanya lah, boleh nggak minta WhatsApp aja gitu.
Like I was preparing for my test, like as she mentioned before. So I have less time, like only 1 month to prepare for that, and then appear in the test. So I want her to train me, teach me sooner as possible. But she also have a life. She also to study and go to college. So less communication, especially on Instagram. Okay. So I asked her, can I get your WhatsApp, please, so I can contact you or call you. Then how you give to me?
How I give? On that moment I feel like okay, only for practice ya, not more than that. If you do something wrong, I'm just gonna block you directly gitu. Jadi aku bener-bener firm, kasih ketegasan gitu. Dan suamiku pun juga gak neko-neko karena memang on that moment your intention is only for study.
Yeah, because my focus is my goal.
Yeah, but by the time entah kenapa he become like a little bit possessive, protective gitu kan. Anyway, aplikasi yang kita pakai itu namanya Hello Guys. Jadi mungkin kalian bisa cari di App Store atau Play Store, I don't know masih ada apa enggak. Kayaknya sih masih ada.
Still have like the Play Store, Google Play Store, and for that, like it's a kind of application where you can practice your communication skill. So basically, it's not a dating application, okay? And we are not trying any dating application to meet each other. This is the truth, okay? Even you can check on the on the application what it made for.
Iya, cuman I don't know other people misuse it atau enggak. Tapi intention kita pada waktu itu memang bener-bener untuk belajar. Dia prepare IELTS, aku pun juga untuk prepare IELTS dan TOEFL gitu kan. Nah cuman itu tadi balik lagi, kok lama-lama dia jadi posesif dan protective gitu kan. Karena aku sebelum ketemu dia, aku tuh punya beberapa sahabat. I have some best friends, girls and boys. Nah somehow aku kan nggak tahu ya kalau di India itu ternyata cowok sama cewek temenan itu bukan hal yang lumrah gitu loh. Sedangkan aku grow di Indonesia dengan circumstances yang boys and girls
together.
Ya, sitting together di cafe atau di tempat manapun yang memang tempat keramaian. Dan kayak aku tuh nggak pernah pergi yang cuma berdua sama cowok gitu tuh, enggak, selalu ramean guys. Jadi my group of friendship itu around 8-10 orang gitu loh. Kadang ya full team, kadang ya beberapa aja. Cuman mostly girls, kadang ada 1 atau 2 the boys gitu loh. Cuman dia tuh kayak, hah gak mungkin cowok sama cewek only friendship. Pasti ada something.
And there is a reason behind it. Like in India, I live in village, and most of the India, still today's day, girl and boys not common to go out as a friend. Not too very common in getting best friend boy, like a male best friend. Not common. Yeah, maybe in the metro city like Delhi or Bombay common, but where I live in Punjab or Haryana or Himachal Pradesh, these things are not common. Okay, so I feel like why? What happened?
Now I understand guys. Setelah aku beberapa bulan di India, I understand why my husband on that moment have a concern about that. Karena aku benar-benar ngelihat sepupu-sepupu aku, bahkan ada ipar aku, if she wanna go out, she will go out either with the father, uncle, brother, or maximum cousins. Cousins only untuk yang male-nya. Tapi kalau untuk kayak friends atau kayak mungkin temennya suami aku, that's impossible. Kalau di tempat kita kan, kita mau pergi sama tetangga, like neighbor, atau the friend of the brother gitu kan. Kayak adik, aku punya adik cowok, terus aku pergi sama temennya adik aku, it's a common thing gitu loh. Atau bahkan temennya my father, it's a common thing gitu loh. Karena kan udah temen yang dalam artian itu jadi, tau kan, kayak temen but become a family gitu loh.
Yeah.
Dan kita tuh nggak ada kekhawatiran gitu loh. Cuman somehow ternyata di India it's a different culture, so it's
Yeah.
kind of culture shock for me guys gitu. Jadi balik lagi ketika he become like a possessive, I feel like why you like that? I feel like uncomfortable gitu loh. Kita cuman partner belajar, not more than that. Tapi kenapa dia act-nya seperti itu gitu kan? Terus he said that I don't know what happened with me. I just don't feel comfortable. You go with somebody else, and I feel like
Jealous.
no. At that moment you said that you feel want to protect me. You
Yeah,
say
so
like
protecting
that.
is also like I have a feeling like boys with a girl, and she said, and even she mentioned that she will go for camp and stay there together, boys and girls,
Yeah.
in one place, like a one apartment, but separate room obvious, but apartment would be same.
Bukan camp guys, staycation.
Yeah.
But the boys and the girls gonna rent separated room.
Yeah, but she said together. I said, huh, what kind of things happening there? Yeah, so kind of very nice. Something wrong happened because in India it's a common to hear some wrong things happening with the girl, somebody bothering them, or even rape cases around India many. So feel like not safe. Yeah, this is not good, and
Yeah.
also somehow jealous because I already felt little attractive and like a connection.
Attach.
one.
Dan itu yang aku nggak tahu guys kan. Jadi karena udah ngerasa saling attach, akhirnya tuh kayak ya udah kita go with the flow aja gitu.
Yeah.
Sampai akhirnya he graduate first,
Yes.
and then he prepare for his IELTS on that moment,
Yeah.
and then after some months aku juga lulus gitu kan. Cuman ternyata plan not going with our plan gitu
Yeah.
loh. What happening is not going with that. Jadi apa namanya, karena kita also because of the COVID-19 and everything, jadi a little bit struggling, so kita coba postpone untuk scholarship. Kita sama-sama agree, kita sama-sama discuss untuk scholarship, we postpone it first.
Yeah.
And ya udah kita fokus ke kerjaan dulu karena memang kan pada waktu itu it's hard to go abroad right because
Yeah.
of the COVID. Terus he found a job, he get a job, good salary, and then some months after that I also get a job gitu kan. Terus ya udah kita get along aja gitu, morning, evening, night, always talking, always
Talking,
sharing what's happening in the day.
Like from 5-minute talk, then 15-minute talk, then 30-minute talk, went to 1 hour, 2 hour continuous.
If we have time.
Yeah, if we have time, we are not bothering our daily life or our work. If we are free, like on Sunday, so we talk maybe 2 hour or 3 hour in a day, like 1 hour morning, 1 hour evening,
Yeah.
or at night, something like that. Interacting with each other, telling everything what's happening in the life, what we are planning, what we are thinking, and most important, our families.
Yeah.
This is the modern thing.
And somehow this kind of habit itu yang bikin aku sure with him. Aku jadi yakin ke dia gitu loh, karena there is no chance that I don't know where is he, I don't know what is he doing gitu. Karena dia bener-bener without my request, tanpa aku harus nanya like what are you doing, he always mention, Jan, I'm going here, Jan, I'm doing this, Jan, from this time to this time I'm gonna be busy, but later I will call you.
Yeah.
Jadi kayak the initiative untuk inform itu tanpa aku minta, he has that kind of initiative.
Like a responsibility. I feel like okay, she and me already in a relationship and we are serious because by that moment we already decided that we will make this relationship.
Yeah, around 2022.
Yeah.
I feel shocked. Aku waktu itu I was in the hospital due to some sickness, and then suddenly he proposed me through the video call. Kalau kalian yang ngikutin TikTok aku ada tuh kontennya guys.
Yeah.
Dia kayak tiba-tiba kayak, kamu mau nggak jadi istri aku, jadi ibu dari anak-anak aku. Aku juga waktu itu sih antara serius gak serius ya, cuman aku kayak get along aja. Aku ngerespon
Yeah.
dengan nicely gitu loh, walaupun ada sedikit hopes.
Yeah. So the reason behind that I inform her every day what I'm doing, what is my plan, is I feel we are in a serious relationship. So it is disrespecting her if I'm suddenly disappear for a day and she doesn't have any idea where I am
Yeah.
and what am I doing.
And somehow that kind of habit aku jadi ngikutin guys. I follow the habit also. Jadi dia ngabarin, aku jadi ada intention untuk ngabarin gitu loh. Even I'm not the type of person yang calling all the time. I'm not a calling person. I'm a text person.
She say, you can text me. I say, I can't because I don't feel the feeling in the text.
Iya, dia tuh akan ngerasa lebih puas untuk bisa ngobrol through the video call, ngelihat muka langsung, suara langsung gitu, dan itu menurut dia more efficient gitu.
Yeah, so I say there is no feel in the text. I want to talk on call. I want to hear your voice.
Yeah.
And I somehow, to be honest, I was still learning in the still in the learning phase, learning the English language. So it's hard for me to type. I made many mistakes in spelling and all that. But
Grammarnya bagus guys. Grammarnya kalau speaking good, pronunciation good. Tapi typing, making sentence, kadang itu ada kata-kata yang salah gitu.
Yeah, take it longer, so I feel discomfort in that. Then I say, can we just only talk on call? And luckily, WhatsApp help us a lot. And yeah, this is a good thing. Yeah. WhatsApp growing day by day, better than before.
More feature.
Yeah, and the video quality improved very so. Also, we have to give a credit to the WhatsApp.
Yeah, thank you so much for WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Karena ini juga salah satu tips dari aku guys. Begitu WhatsApp itu ada fitur share screen, aku tuh inform ke dia. Karena kan kebetulan beliau itu suka teknologi kan. Jadi aku inform ke dia, sayang, do you know now we can share our screen through WhatsApp. Karena sebelumnya kalau kita mau share screen atau kita mau nobar bareng, jadi kita tuh biasanya tuh setiap once in a week kita akan ada simple date, either nonton Netflix bareng lewat Google Meet, atau kita hanya kayak ngopi-ngopi cantik gitu, coffee biscuit, coffee and bread, atau we will plan like Sunday what we gonna eat gitu kan. Kita akan masak masakan yang kita bisa masak samaan gitu loh, like a noodle gitu kan, atau omelet gitu. Terus ketika WhatsApp itu udah ada fitur share screen, aku infoin ke beliau, dan beliau itu responnya malah excited, not afraid that something will reveal, the secret will reveal.
There's no secret.
Iya, dia nggak ada rahasia sama sekali guys. Bahkan yang mungkin keluarganya nggak tahu, aku tuh tahu gitu. Jadi karena ada fitur share screen itu, aku tunjukin lah kayak gini, and I say that from this, so I can show you what happening on TikTok gitu. Karena beliau nggak ada TikTok, di India kan nggak ada TikTok.
It's
gitu
banned
kan?
in India.
Yeah.
Still right now.
Agak susah kalau kalian mau harus pakai VPN guys.
Yeah.
Jadi aku bilang ke dia, aku bisa show nih apa yang aku lihat di TikTok, ada apa aja gitu kan. Dan itu akan jadi obrolan yang more interesting, nggak cuman like what you eat, what you do gitu loh, kan lama-lama boring gitu kan. Terus akhirnya udah aku tunjukin cara pakainya gimana segala macem, dan beliau itu even like a sudden shoot, like I'm gonna say to you that show me your DMs on Instagram, show me your WhatsApp,
and sometimes make me irritate because she gonna say randomly, you go to DM, check this. I say it's pure, nothing there. No, I wanna check, I wanna do right now, don't take a second.
Ya karena maksudnya maaf ya, karena maksudnya LDR kan guys, pasti ada lah overthinkingnya, ada khawatirnya gitu kan. Terus pas aku bilang kayak gitu, he never refuse.
That's why sabar is important. Okay, if I don't have sabar nah, fight. But I have sabar, no fight.
Sabarnya unlimited. Jadi karena beliau itu nggak pernah refuse, nggak pernah bilang kayak aku nggak mau nunjukin, I don't wanna show everything to you gitu. Like this is my secret, this is my privacy gitu. Jadi aku tuh kayak somehow I feel safe, but somehow I feel like suspicious. I feel
even I say, don't worry, nothing there. I wanna see right now. Don't take time because she afraid that if you take time, must be cleaning.
Yeah.
Okay, see right now, in a second. I say, ya Allah, just do it, do it. See, this is nothing clean.
Bener-bener clean guys. Chatnya dia itu only with the boys or family. Terus DMs also only with the boys
actually,
and family.
The reason behind it, hardworking, no time for this kind of stuff. Actually, in our mind, very clear, because by that time we are serious and we already decided that we will make this relationship end up happily and get married. So we clear that.
But still have.
Yo, feeling is okay. I'm not complaining about that, but I'm just telling you why my phone is clean all the time, because I'm serious and I know we need many things to make our dream come true, to getting married together, okay?
Yeah.
And we have to work for it. So we are serious and not doing any nonsense. So we have to make our parents understand things has to be done, many collecting money, the more important thing in
Yeah.
that, because without money you cannot make it, seriously.
Yeah, we cannot say that happiness based on money, but money can make us happy. Gitu loh.
Yes, that's the truth, because without money na, I cannot go to Indonesia and marry her, and she cannot come here.
Yeah.
So we have to make ourselves self-sufficient, because we refuse to take a loan and borrowing from parents.
Yeah. Something that make me feel surprised, guys. We have same point of view.
Yeah.
I say to him that for our wedding, I don't want to bother our parents. Aku bener-bener mau pakai uangku sendiri.
It's not a bothering. Even my parents and her parents offering money, but we say that okay, we will take your help, but as a help.
Yeah.
But before, let us be capable enough
Yeah.
to manage by our own. If we need it, we will ask.
Ya, jadi kayak dalam artian walaupun alhamdulillahnya at the end we don't need the money.
Yeah.
Meskipun parents still give money for the support ya. Cuman kan ya we take it as a gift gitu loh guys, as a blessing. Tapi
Yeah.
kan tetap kita harus prepare by ourselves. Karena kita sama-sama agree kita nggak mau punya hutang piutang before marriage or after marriage gitu loh. Dan alhamdulillahnya tuh suamiku itu very well manage for the finance. Dia punya beberapa saving cards yang benar-benar dia separate, ini untuk daily needs, ini untuk saving, ini untuk future. Terus habis itu he also with the kayak dia juga main saham. You use you order stocks, interest and something
Yeah,
like that.
Collecting money in a way like investing in stocks,
Yeah.
and also separating some amount of money safely in the bank for the marriage, and some of daily needs and some extra leftover still going to the bank for the saving account, just in case making interest on it, something like that. So she also, we understand mutually. Even we maintain Google Sheets.
Ya,
Okay,
kita
for our
bener-bener
expense.
ngedata guys, like every single day, how much money we spend,
yeah.
dan apa yang kita beli gitu. Jadi nanti at the end of the week kita akan review. Kayaknya ini nggak perlu. Terus at the end of the month kita juga akan review lagi. So next month kita bisa prepare untuk our finance. And
Like-
somehow, you wanna say something?
Yeah, like doing financing like that is not easy, because sometimes we wanted to buy something that we like, or we just think that
Especially me, I feel like I wanna buy it.
okay, sometimes just human nature that we like something, we're gonna say okay, we wanna buy this, but then we remember about our goal. No, yeah, if we do this, our goal and journey gonna disrupt. Should not be like that.
Beliau selalu ngingetin aku sih guys. Beliau yang kayak goals kita ini, kita mau nikah loh gitu. We have something in the future gitu.
Yeah.
Jadi fokus ke sana dulu. Later we solve one by one. What you wanna buy, you buy gitu loh. Dan finance-nya dia itu guys better than me.
Of course lah, smart bro.
Meskipun somehow he give all the money to me, cuman dia lebih manageable gitu loh.
Yeah.
Sekarang aku udah jadi wife, he give all the money to me, but karena beliau giving me a good habit, jadi dan aku pun juga punya karakter yang kayak aku nggak mau hide something from my husband, karena dia juga bener-bener se-open itu ke aku. So anything that I want, anything that I need, aku akan bilang ke dia meskipun uangnya di aku. Sekedar kayak aku mau kacang, aku mau chips gitu. I'm gonna say to him, I want this, I want that gitu kan. Terus kita akan bener-bener analyze our budget gitu.
Yeah.
So somehow this kind of character guys, mungkin kalian bisa juga lihat di pasangan kalian. Untuk kalian yang sedang LDRan, apakah pasangan kalian itu manageable untuk the money? Apakah open minded? Apakah very open juga untuk show everything gitu loh? Karena kalau misalkan udah ranahnya serious relationship,
Yeah.
have to be open guys. Literally have to be open.
Like you have to be tell everything in the case of every secret, your finance, your daily secret, your even stress,
Illness
trauma,
bahkan.
yeah, everything. If you are suffering from something, don't hold, because may your partner can help you with that. So better you open. So in our case, as we mentioned before, we maintain Google Sheet. Every day expense we're gonna update.
But again ya guys, kalian still need to use your instinct. Karena somehow Allah itu kasih kita insting untuk ini danger apa enggak gitu loh. Jadi kalau kalian udah ngerasa bener-bener safe nih sama orang ini atau pasangan yang kalian lagi jalin hubungan saat ini, kalau kalian udah bener-bener ngerasa safe and secure, ya it's okay to be open. But if not, somehow we need to hide something. Bukan maksudnya untuk berbohong, enggak, tapi ya jangan spill of the tea from the beginning gitu loh. Be smart.
Yeah.
So balik lagi tentang how we maintain our relationship. Begitu kita udah serious, kita bener-bener tahu where we gonna go gitu kan. Akhirnya ya kita plan gitu loh. Kita budgeting, kita mulai budgeting about the wedding itu around late around akhir-akhir 2024, the end of 2024. Nah, ya karena kita bener-bener maunya tuh, aku bilang ke dia, aku tahu you have enough money and somehow aku juga ada lah saving gitu. But I wanna make it simple, very simple. Aku nggak suka too much rush gitu loh. Walaupun bukan bermaksud tidak menghargai adat istiadat ya guys, I just wanna make it simple karena aku tahu kita itu akan very complicated with the documents.
Yeah, because our marriage stress is not about the function and the party and the people. Our stress was documentation. And guys, for the marriage, lot of things to prepare in case if you are not from same country, and also you are getting married in another country, especially so you have to prepare different documents from the both side, because in India different type of law, Indonesia a bit different.
Indonesia more complicated.
Yeah, so have to prepare documents, and we started preparation for that 6 months before we decided the date. And believe me guys, the most time consuming thing is that documentation. And how to do the documentation, we already uploaded many videos on it. You can check on the I button, we will link there the videos, so you can get information how to prepare the documentation, what kind of document you need and where you can get it. And even still you need any help from us, you can DM us or even comment on the video. We would like to inform you and help you as much as we can do from our side. Kita berusaha sefast respon mungkin, tapi kalau memang lagi hektik-hektiknya ya mohon bersabar. And how we collect the information, that is so hard. But now we already prepared in detail videos. That's why we saying click on the I button and check the videos.
Di sini guys.
Okay, check all the videos before you deciding and planning to get married. Because we collect the information while going to the offices here and there. She also went many times government offices. I went many times. Even with me, what happened? The government officer doesn't know how to make the document. Even this is there in the menu.
Mungkin karena first case gitu loh guys.
They say that we showing this first case. Okay, we never saw in my career before. He said like that. So I say, but in your menu, like the option online, there is option for this. He said, I never done deal with this kind of stuff. So how?
Karena itu jadi takes time gitu. And somehow we collect information, kita coba lihat YouTube-nya orang, kita coba contact another person, and another person. But end up with, do you need our help? We will help you, but have to pay. Gitu kan?
Many people helping, but they are demanding money, and it's not a less amount of money. Too much money they are asking. And
in the total, yang kita habisin setelah kita urus sendiri dengan we compare with the money that we need to spend kalau kita minta bantuan jasa orang lain, itu bisa 2-3 kali lipat guys.
We are not criticizing them.
It's okay. They make it business.
So it's okay. They make a business, they can do. But the thing that we are mentioning, the price should be affordable, not overpriced.
And somehow they cannot guarantee that it can be done gitu loh.
Yeah.
Dan for your information guys, kadang embassy itu akan mempersulit kalau kalian gak urus sendiri. So if you manage by yourself, somehow embassy gonna make it easier.
Yeah.
Karena the validation will be more valid gitu loh.
Yeah.
Jadi setelah kita manage what we need to prepare and then how much it costs and everything, akhirnya kita mulai seleksi lah gitu, mana yang harus we done first gitu. Like in early 2025 he managed for NOC, terus juga somehow alhamdulillahnya sebelum ketemu aku beliau sudah sangat familiar tentang Islam gitu kan. So I don't need to ask him to change the religion karena somehow kita punya same point of view about God, about religion and about faith gitu kan. Akhirnya sekaligus juga beliau urus untuk proses mu'alafnya dan dapat sertifikat yang berbahasa Indonesia dan bahasa Inggris gitu. Karena di KUA itu akan minta dokumen yang berbahasa Indonesia, so somehow have to make certificate in Indonesian language. Akhirnya kita cari vendor lah. Terus terima kasih banget sama Kak Rizky, Kak Ayu yang bantu kita cari informasi, dan beberapa teman-teman lainnya yang aku nggak bisa mention, ngasih informasi bisa ke sini nih, bisa ke sini nih gitu. Yang affordable dan somehow kita jadinya nggak harus spend money gitu loh. Terus semua dokumen dari sisinya beliau sudah selesai, akhirnya akulah yang urus ke KUA, RT RW, kelurahan gitu kan. Urus semuanya yang udah aku mention di video guys. Kalian bisa cek di How We Get Married gitu ya. Nanti kalian cek aja tuh. Nah, setelah semua dokumen dan kita daftarin ke KUA, dari KUA-nya minta ada surat dari embassy. Akhirnya beliau early April I think ya.
April 20.
Ya, April. No, early April. You come to Indonesia.
Yeah, I come in not April actually, 31st March.
Iya, 31 Maret bener-bener setelah Lebaran guys, setelah Idul Fitri beliau nyampe. Terus karena memang kejeda hari libur Idul Fitri, jadi kita prosesnya agak lama. Tapi begitu kita langsung bikin kayak what is that, appointment dengan embassy, kita proses semuanya, dokumen apa aja yang we need. Terus we go to embassy together. Bener-bener aku dan beliau datang. Kita pagi-pagi banget karena kita nggak mau too much in rush, karena kita juga nggak tahu prosesnya akan long or short gitu kan. Jadi kita prepare semuanya dan alhamdulillahnya aku dan suamiku itu punya tipikal yang sama tentang time management gitu loh. Jadi what we decide, we go this time, so we go this time. Kita nggak ada molor-moloran.
Be disciplined with your timing, especially when you are in the process to making marriage documentation, because delay any single minute can cause you a day or maybe week.
Ya, dan guys, ini juga salah satu karakter yang pasangan kalian harus punya adalah being a man itu harus being more responsible. In the case waktu dia jauh, beliau finding more information than me. Karena somehow men more logic, right? More rational. Jadi punya pasangan yang smart itu very very beneficial.
Yeah. And after that, once our document all ready with us, then we go home, her home, and organize the event. All fine, alhamdulillah. We got married.
Very smooth, sesuai dengan harapan kita.
And it was so good, and due to God bless, our documentation and
also
marriage process was so nice, so smooth. We didn't face any obstacle in it. Maybe we have all the information, or God blessing us too much.
And also the help from neighbor, dari family juga. Thank you so much untuk para tetangga dan keluarga yang sudah sangat membantu kita.
Yeah, you help us a lot to be here as a husband and wife.
So guys, I think that's all that we can share for now in this video. Kalau kalian masih ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan seputar how we get along for the relationship, and then how we manage for the nikah, for the documentation and everything, terus atau mungkin ada yang mau curhat-curhat juga, boleh DM di Instagram ataupun di TikTok, atau di comment section di video ini. and we will see you in the next video with more adventure and more information.
Yeah.
I hope you still want to be our team and
Yeah.
support us. And thank you so much for watching. See you on the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay healthy and happy, guys. Bye bye.